On the weekend of April 1st to April 3rd, you just exited out of a screening of Source Code. Your mission? Explain to me what the hell just happened in this film. As usual, you will have 8 minutes.
I don't care about nothing. I don't care at all. Put my soul in the road from the ceiling, nail my heart to the floor. I don't care about nothing. I don't care at all. If I live, if I die, if I'm nothing, I don't care anymore.
Source Code stars Jake Gyllenhaal as Captain Colter Stevens of the U.S. Army, who is a decorated helicopter pilot fighting in Afghanistan. But at one moment, he wakes up in this train on its way to Chicago in another man's body, talking to a girl he has never met before in his life, and then all of a sudden, a bomb goes off before he can comprehend what's happening. What he realizes is that he's in this computer called the Source Code, which puts him in another man's body, in which everyone sees him as the person that was before, as he has 8 minutes to find out who bombed the train and then prevent another attack from happening. Now, unfortunately, that is all that I'm going to give away to you, because this movie is going to definitely be the most talked about of the year so far. Dead serious, no BS, straight to the point, truth right there. So this is going to be one of my trickiest reviews yet, but I'm going to keep it as simple as possible. Jake Gyllenhaal is terrific as Captain Colter Stevens in this film. He really nails the character's heroic traits. He's been very likable, in which he's just a perfect character to root for, and he really nails all the emotional threads that connect to his character in the film. He does a really great job. Michelle Monaghan is just kind of stuck with playing the role of the girl. It's one we've seen so many times in this film. She does her best with the film, I'll give her that, and she does do good. Just, it's a role that's been recycled a lot in this film. And Vera Farmiga and Jeffrey Wright provide great exposition with their characters. Of course, I'm not going to reveal what that exposition is, but they both do really good in this film as well. But the real driving force of this film is director Duncan Jones, who previously directed one of my favorite and most underrated science fiction films of the last decade, Moon, which starred Sam Rockwell. His style is so present in this film as he throws in all these different visual tricks and very interesting camera angles, and he really makes you think with this film. In the hands of a less capable director, this film would have been just yet another average science fiction thriller. But in his hands, this is perfect. I only saw this movie a little while ago, and it still got me thinking. You can think all you want of how you think this film is going to turn out, but the twists and turns that it leads you on, and the themes of fate and free will that throws in you all along the way, even in the trailers they hint that too, you are not prepared for what you're gonna get out of this film. This movie makes you think from beginning to end, and even long after you leave the theater. It plays that huge Inception mind trick on you that Duncan Jones has done in Moon, in which he plays a whole bunch of those on you, but nowhere as much in this film. I can definitely see Duncan Jones as a grade A protege of director Christopher Nolan, because both of these directors have made 2 films in their career in which they've dealt with playing a huge mind trick on you. And you know what, even looking at this poster right here, the amount of pictures on here, I think that's the number of hours you're going to be thinking about this film for the next week after you see it. Dead serious. Now, I cannot really go into detail, but I can say that the visuals are excellent, Jake Gyllenhaal's performance is great, but Duncan Jones really knocks this film out of the park. Like, it really, really makes you think. And I mean, I really want to debate with so many people on how this movie turns out, but I know since I've seen it early, I can't really do that. But I really want to, because this movie has just got me on the edge over how thought-provoking it is. I mean, Duncan Jones, you are the man for this film. So just like Jake Gyllenhaal does in this film, you're going to have to go back in time a lot to comprehend what does happen in this film, because it is a real doozy for sure for how many times you're going to be thinking about this film. I know the word thinking is popping up a lot in this review, but that is going to be the key word that's going to be popping around in your head after you see this. Like, this is a film that must be seen, because it messes around with your mind so much that you're going to be having long chats with people, just like the ending from Inception. I am giving Source Code 4 out of 5 stars. This is definitely one of my favorite films of the year, and easily the most thought-provoking film I have seen since inception. So I hope you enjoyed my review of Source Code, or so I think you can comprehend on it because I'm talking in circles so much in this. But if this is your first time visiting my channel, hit that subscribe button above me. In the meantime, I'm Tyler from Cali Crook Reviews, and I'll see you guys around. God.